First, you should all be warned that my wife tells me that no one describes his own writing worse than I do. So, you know, whenever I attempt to articulate what I've written and why I've done it, it always comes out far worse than the actual writing itself. So be prepared for that. What I'll tell you about Cemetery Road is it started with the idea or the thought of what happens to a person later in life, like me, when they start to think about, you know, if they were to die today, you know, what are they leaving behind? What kind of legacies or what kind of regrets, you know, are they going to leave behind them? And from that question, I came up with the idea for Cemetery Road, which is essentially the story of a guy who, as a teenager, late teenager, was friends with two guys. They were a trio coming out of high school. And they were good guys for the most part, but they got in trouble in the sense that they liked to steal things. They were thieves. And they were very successful at it. They never got caught, never hurt anybody, didn't use guns, totally nonviolent as that side of thing goes. But ultimately they pulled one job too many, and it went very, very bad. And as a result of that job, they decided not to see each other again. And the protagonist of this story, one of the three, actually leaves Los Angeles for good and sets up shop in St. Paul, Minnesota. And all this takes place 26 years ago. So that's all the backstory. In the present time, one of the three guys, one of the two people he left behind in Los Angeles, ends up murdered. And he comes back for the funeral, fully convinced that this guy's death had something to do with the job they pulled that went wrong. And it's the payback that he's been expecting to befall him ever since.